bills. The jurors couldn't make up their minds yesterday, so they did today. They absolutely did, Alicia. Just a few moments ago, they came down with a verdict. Sean Combs, 18 years old, found not guilty on both charges, not guilty of brandishing a firearm, and not guilty of disturbing the peace. Take a look at this video. We were in court as that verdict was read. It was 7 jurors, 6 men, 1 woman. They said not guilty. They told us that, of course, this has been a really contentious case because it involves Michigan's controversial open carry law. This all stems from an April 13th incident when Sean Combs was walking through downtown Birmingham with a rifle strapped to his back. It was loaded. Birmingham police stopped him. They asked him for identification because they thought he looked way too young. They didn't think he was 18 years old and therefore legally carrying that rifle. Combs refused repeatedly. He was arrested. He believed he was just exercising his rights, and he knew that he did not have to provide his ID to prove his age. Today, the jury agreed, and Combs believes this is a victory for Michigan's open carry law.
I think it should have been not guilty. Not that it was. But with conservation of open carry means socially, a broke a social rule. So there's always a human aspect of
broke a social rule. Wow, I think you've seen part 1. A social rule. Okay? I don't know what it's up with me in this coffee. But open carry Michigan, you just seen it. I wouldn't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if anti-gun advocates, state unions, which means police unions. Again, I'm not saying cops are bad. They're out to arrest people for no apparent reason, yada, yada, yada. I'm a pro-police kind of person, just to let everybody know. So if I get a comment from a police officer, retired police officer, former police officer, on and on and on, I am not anti-police officer whatsoever. I'm going to try to do a video about the benefits of police and the good that they do, okay? So, that out of the way. I wouldn't be surprised if, like I said again, that to get rid of the Michigan open carry, like a group of a huge group of prosecutors, police union leaders, anti-gun advocates are going to try to use disturbing the peace and try to push it on a certain case like Sean Combs. Sean Combs, isn't that so hilarious? That's fucking funny. Okay. Anyways, disturbing the peace, maybe to limiting open carry. I wouldn't be surprised if that the anti-gun advocates, people who are just against open carry, are waiting for a law, a court in Michigan to side with the prosecutor about it being disturbing the peace. Now, this is great in Michigan because it puts a foot in the ground about Michigan open carry. And then now it's been tried in court. So now that you have Sean Combs versus the people of Birmingham, Michigan, it will basically solidify the open carry law a little bit stronger. Okay? But we got to realize that social norms, like Sean Combs has said, will overlap. For being 18, he's pretty smart. That will overlap the laws any day, everybody. Okay? Like, you go carrying your gun openly, you're going to get dirty looks, you're going to get a police officer that's going to stop you, especially in a good, upper or middle class neighborhoods. There's people that just, in Michigan, it's not a really gun state. I would argue that, because really, there's just that some part of it, I don't know what it is, that liberal philosophy that still flows strong through the mainstream communities, through just mainstream Michigan, really. But we're getting better, and let's just talk about. So I talked about disturbing the peace, how they're going to use that. I guarantee you, everybody watching this, if you're in an open carry state, there are going to be anti-gun advocates, people who side with the people who want to see open carry go away are going to try, like I said, with disturbing the peace as a key to opening up the door to limiting open carry. Now, do I believe that police sometimes overreact? With good reason, because they don't want to wind up on the news saying, oh, well, I'm saying being shot in the line of duty, okay? I think that's what more likely happens. And on top of that, there's pressure from the community saying, we don't want open carry, we don't want guns here, you know. Scary? Come on. Teenagers behind SUVs, driving SUVs is scary. Teenagers, you know, going to war carrying fully automatic weapons is scary, all right? But for some reason, you know, with a lot of idiots doing crazy idiots doing stupid things with guns, you can't really blame the community for overreacting like they did. But still, they know it's an open carry. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a liberal area. Okay, I have never been to Birmingham, but I wouldn't doubt it. But anyways, make sure, guys, that let's say weapons education brought us on point. If you shoot somebody or you open carry, cops don't care who you are, if you're guilty or not. It's more arrest and ask questions later. Okay? That's how it basically is. If you go and you defend yourself and you shoot somebody as a last resort, you're going to find yourself with a gun in your face and the cop being as loud as he can and just wanting to intimidate you to stop doing what you're doing, especially if you open carry. Okay, don't be surprised if you find a police officer that hates open carry, that's going to get into your face. Expect that. Expect him to raise his voice. Expect him to have his hand on his gun in ways to intimidate you or to try to get you to convince yourself that you are guilty. All right? It's going to happen. We've seen it with Sean Combs from Birmingham, Michigan, get intimidated. And he was arrested, basically. So I hope this helps. Again, know your local laws. Know what your ordinance in your state, in your city is. All right? Out.